trying to find the line to get in and rhyme. I'm contending by defending over the space-time continuum. Your style is the pitch, I'm the pendulum swinging over it. Radioactive tongue, I use the microphone to focus it. Capable of releasing bolts of lyrical energy. Mentally, I can alter my molecular density. Shifting biochemistry, changing atomic structures. Superpowered rhyme styles attack the lackluster. The crossfader crusader, man of real to real. Telepathic bars shared with the wheels of steel. Turntables responding to the prodding of the godly. Keeping innovation passed on to my offspring.
Cash ain't gonna help you if you ain't quick on the trigger. Your name is big, but my pull is bigger. I go hard. I go hard. When the chips are down, won't see me coming. By the time you turn around, your whole crew is running. I go hard. I go hard.
Well, since the mic's getting past, better roll up too. Hold up who's in mic point and leave them cold in their shoes. Flowing with two individuals, practicing mic rituals. This rap thing's habitual, feeling it in your physical. Rock the microphone till the cows come home. After surgically remove the rhyme stream from your dome. Subliminal messages forcing your head to slow a knot. Rock flows get rose and rose, hard throbbing. Leave the mic smoking, don't you see those clouds? We move crowds and one flow shows that we know how. Serving lessons till they handing out diplomas at procession. MCs get snatched out of their skin but just casting. Lyrical labyrinth, metaphysical maze. Might as well shake your head, you can lyrically
That's a good idea. I think they're already kind of doing that too, yeah.
I hit the mic like I like, then I pass it around. Come on.
Cash ain't gonna help you if you ain't quick on the trigger. Your name is big, but my pull is bigger. I go hard. I go hard. When the chips are down, won't see me coming. By the time you turn around, your whole crew is running. I go hard. I go hard. On the trigger, your name is big, but my pull is bigger. I go hard. I go hard.
It's just the truth.
When the chips are down, won't see me coming. By the time you turn around, your whole crew is running. I go hard. I go hard. Said I go hard. We go. Y'all go. Yeah, I go hard.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
The dumb guy. No, I'm the dumb guy.
Actually, I'm the dumb guy.
Ready to clean out the basement, garage, or attic? There's only one. Many dump guys who can help.
properly. Colorado's supposed to have 2 tags. And you got too close to that tractor trailer before you went around. GL up before so 1024. To the black Chrysler 300 Colorado Boykin William Adam 28 BQW A28. State Police. Sir, the reason I'm stopping you, one, you got too close to that tractor trailer before you finally went around it. Two, you didn't use your blinker for 100 feet, which is Arkansas State law when you got back in this lane. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Colorado is supposed to have a front tag. Did something happen to that?
I'm not sure. I got my friends all about that.
Okay. I don't plan on necessarily writing you a ticket for anything like that.
Okay.
Is that your driver's license?
Yeah.
Well, what
You have
brings
to do
you?
what? You have to, like, turn into...
No, you have to have your signal on for 100 feet, which is 3 clicks on your blinker. So
Okay.
Tick, 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 tick.
Oh, okay.
And then you can turn.
All right. Yeah.
Well, what brings you through here?
Oh, I'm going to Nashville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you got, is this your car?
No, it's a rental.
Okay. Do you have the agreement?
Yeah.
From Oklahoma?
Yeah. I'm doing a nice job.
A job what?
A job.
A job hunt?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you're from Chicago, what are you doing in Oklahoma?
Well, that was my first area of working for.
Oh, okay. Well, how'd you get there?
I flew there. Well, I flew to Dallas first.
Did you get a rental car to go from Dallas to Oklahoma? Do what?
My brother dropped me out from Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Oklahoma. I had a job there. And then I went to Nashville. Job interview. Then on my way to hopefully find something like that.
Okay. Well, how long do you plan on staying over there in Nashville?
Not very long.
Okay. What kind of job are you looking for? Insurance? Huh? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. We're covered by the state on insurance, so. Well, I'll tell you what, I gotta run your license stuff, put in a pepper tag. I'll probably have to ask you some questions. If you come back here with me, I'll come on to them. No, this is a valid driver's license, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good. Just right over there. You don't have no pistol on you or anything, nothing like that, do you? No weapons? Cool. Hang out right over there for me, okay? Hey, you ain't got to.
Oh, I didn't know if you wanted me to do
You're
it.
fine. Oh, no, you can just stand right there, man. You ain't got to sit back there. So you're going over there for an insurance job. Do you know any places you're going to? Like, what do you mean? Are
I
you?
specialize in State Farm. That's what I do. That's my agency.
So you work for State Farm.
Well, currently I did work for State Farm, but I had to leave because I was getting properly paid my commission. So
Oh, okay.
I'm on the hunt.
So all you got is that suitcase in the back?
Yeah.
You didn't put it in the trunk?
No, not at all.
You got anything back there?
You what?
In the trunk?
No.
Is it empty?
Should be.
No, I didn't hear anything on
Yeah, 100%.
that. Jeez.
Okay. See if it gets returned. So you flew to Dallas.
Yes. Brother picked me up. I know it's I have a long story. It's really a long story. I'm on that recommended AAA.
Oh.
And so I'm trying to find
Okay.
but
little late night
So let me ask you this, you don't got nothing back there.
late night stream. I just wanted to talk about this story a little bit because I saw it popping off on X. I didn't really know what was going on. I mean, I saw it earlier, and then I saw that Kosh is apparently saying he's going to sue these people. There's some damning reports that came out, apparently from the Atlantic. They published a major hit piece on Kosh Patel. They're saying he's like MIA, not even there, they can't find him. They're saying he's excessively drinking, erratic, bizarre behavior, unexplained absences, all kinds of stuff. And he's firing back. So we're going to get into the article, and there is a video. Jen Paskey. I've never seen this chick smiling so much in my life before like this. Well, she's smiling. She happy. Look at her. I guess she's holding the papers there. She's smiling. She is happy. Woo! Oh, wait. Oh, you guys can hear that. Hold on. Oh, no. Why not? Hold on. Let me fix that. Oh, shoot. Okay, now it should work. We play it over.
Okay, so I don't know. I feel like things always happen on a Friday. Big stories break on a Friday. And as I just mentioned with Chris, but in case you haven't seen it, there is some breaking news. This absolutely bonkers story that just posted tonight concerning, well, the clown car of people who make up Trump's cabinet. And I mean, this time it's really focused on FBI Director Kash Patel. And it's an explosive news story in The Atlantic that just posted. It cites dozens of FBI sources, which is a big deal. It's a lot of sources in this story, detailing new allegations about Patel, including some sources who say Patel is frequently drunk on the job, regularly absent from work, and paranoid about getting fired. And there's quite an anecdote about that we're going to talk about.
And there was supposedly, I briefly read it, but we're going to read the article. So, like, apparently, I guess he was trying to log into his computer, they claimed, and he couldn't log in, so he thought it was fired. I suppose he had a meltdown, so he freaked out. But this is some wild accusations that not only like is he excessively drinking on the job, like just all the time, allegedly. And he's been known to sue. I forgot who some other people he sued going after him.
And I'm just going to read you a few of the key passages because I think that will tell you everything you need to know about this story. Here's one. Several officials told The Atlantic that Patel's drinking has been a recurring source of concern across the government. Early in his tenure, meetings and briefings had to be rescheduled for later in the day. As a result of his alcohol-fueled nights, 6 current and former officials and others familiar with Patel's schedule told The Atlantic. As a sidebar, not normal. Have worked in 2 administrations. Again, back to the quote. On multiple occasions in the past year, members of his security detail had difficulty waking Patel because he was seemingly intoxicated. This was Chris.
That is wild. That is pretty wild. I thought this thing was out part. We're going to get into the whole claim.
This is referencing. And that's according to information supplied to Justice Department and White House officials. A request for breaching equipment, normally used by SWAT and hostage rescue teams to quickly gain entry into buildings, was made last year because Patel had been unreachable behind locked doors, according to multiple people familiar with the request.
Bro, this is so wild. That's just like, so what did they say? He was passed out. They had to get breaching stuff to break into the place to get there. Request for breaching equipment, normally used for SWAT and hostage rescue teams to quickly gain entry into buildings was made last year because Patel had been unreachable behind locked doors. This is fucking insane. This is insane.
I forgot to get one again. Yes.
You're gonna cover this shit? I'm out of here. Icky has gone overboard.
Next.
This is overboard? Covering what's going on in the news and the allegations. He's fighting back. But you don't cover certain things, you don't talk about certain things, you're afraid to leave.
Multiple officials also tell The Atlantic that Patel is deeply concerned that his job is in jeopardy. Well, that's understandable. In one incident earlier this month, Patel struggled to log into an internal computer system. He quickly became convinced that he had been locked out, and he panicked. frantically calling aides and allies to announce that he had been fired by the White House, according to 9 people familiar with his outreach.
So there's going to be a lawsuit. So like Ellen said, they're not going to discovery. Right? These people are going to have to back up what they're saying. And supposedly it's a lot of people. I wouldn't know, I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty wild.
9 people. Now, the access problem turned out to, quote, have been a technical error and is quickly resolved, and that's according to 2 people familiar with the matter. Now, I should note MS Now has not independently verified any of this reporting. We've reached out to the FBI for comment, and if we get a response over the next hour, or I will surely let you know as soon as we get a response. But I should note the FBI responded to The Atlantic with a graceful and eloquent statement attributed to Patel, and here's what he said. Printed, all false. I'll see you in court. Bring your checkbook. Graceful and eloquent. Okay, joining me now is a reporter who broke that story, staff writer for The Atlantic.
They're grading, bro, like this. You see me smile normally, just like... Alright, let's get to the article. I want to see what they're talking about, what's the meat and potatoes. You know, he's not happy about this, of course. I guess, you know, he's saying he's going to sue them. So this is what all the talk is about. It says the FBI director is MIA, according to The Atlantic. On Friday, April 10th, the FBI director was preparing to leave work with a lead gap. He struggled to log into his computer system, quickly became convinced that he had been locked out and he panicked, frantically calling aides and allies to announce that he had been fired by the White House, according to 9 people. 2 of these people described his behavior as freak out. Patel oversees an agency that employs approximately 38,000 people, including many who are trained to investigate and verify information that can be presented under oath. In a court of law, the news of his emotional outburst ricocheted throughout the Bureau, prompting chatter among officials and in some corners of the building expressions of relief. The White House fielded calls from the Bureau and from members of Congress asking who was now in charge of the FBI. Turned out that the answer was still Patel. He had not been fired. The access problem, people familiar with the matter, appears to have been technical error. It was quickly resolved. It was ultimately bullshit, one of the FBI officers told me. But Patel, according to multiple current officials, as well as former officials who have stayed close to him, is deeply concerned that his job is in jeopardy. I thought, kind of, didn't they Trump? It was like rummaging, supposedly that he was going to get let go or something. Like, I don't know if that's true or not.
Did I take a wrong turn?
So, including some having to do with that, what witnesses described to me as bouts of excessive drinking. My colleague Ashley Parker and I reported earlier this month that was among the officials expect to be fired. That's what I had heard too. Oh yeah, Pam Bondi also happened. After Pam Bondi on April 2nd, we're all just waiting for the word. Patel is officially out of job. An FBI official told me this week, and former officials from my colleague John here, that Patel was right with her. Senior members of the Trump administration are already discussing who might replace him, according to an administration official and 2 people close to the White House. In response to Patel's list of 19 questions, the White House spokesperson Airline told me in a statement that under Donald Trump and Patel, the crime across the country has plummeted to the lowest level in 100 years, and many high-profile criminals have been put behind bars. Director Patel remains a critical player in the administration and law and order team. Attorney General Calvin Lance told me in a statement, Patel has accomplished more than 14 months than any previous administration did in 4 years. Okay, so he's the top of the top. He's done more than anybody else. And he responded with printed, all false, I'll see you in court, bring the checkbook. The IT lockout episode is emblematic of Patel's tumultuous tenure as director of the FBI. He's erratic, suspicious above him, prone to conclusion. Before he has the necessary evidence, according to more than 2 dozen people I interviewed about Patel's conduct. I wonder if he's going to go on a firing spree. Patel, who snitched. including current and former FBI officials, staff at law enforcement and intelligence agencies, hospitality industry workers, members of Congress, political operatives, lobbyists, and former advisors speaking on conditions and individuals to discuss sensitive information and private conversations that describe Patel's tenure as a management failure and his personal behavior as a national security vulnerability. They said that the problems with his conduct were well beyond what has been previously known, and include both conspicuous inebriation and unexplained absences. His behavior has often alarmed officials at the FBI and the Department of Justice, even as he won support from the White House for his eager participation in Trump's effort to turn federal law enforcement against the president's perceived political enemies. Several officials told me Patel's drinking has been a reoccurring source of concern across the government. They said he is known to drink to the point of obvious intoxication, in many cases at the private club Ned's in Washington, D.C.
I just want to thank Susan Collins for all she's done for Maine and the fact that she's never missed a
While in
vote.
the presence of White House and other administration staff, he's also known to drink to excess at the Pool Room in Las Vegas, where he frequently spends parts of his weekend. Early in his tenure, meetings and briefings had to be rescheduled later in the day as a result of alcohol-fueled night. Six current former officials and public affiliated with Patel's death exposure. On multiple occasions in the past year, members of the security detail had difficulty waking Patel because he was seemingly intoxicated, according to information supplied by the Justice Department of White House officials. Requests for breaching equipment, we just read that, normally used for SWAT and hostage rescue teams, would quickly gain entry into buildings as made last year because they had been reachable and unlocked doors. So there was like a whole barricade situation. I guess they thought something happened to this guy. They got a whole breaching, they busted the boom! Boom! Did he wake up from the boom or was he still asleep? Allegedly. Some of Patel's colleagues at the FBI worried that his personal behavior has become a threat to public safety. The FBI director is expected to be available and focused on his job, especially when the nation is at war with state-sponsored terrorism. Current and former officials told me that they have long worried that they would happen in expect a domestic terrorist attack of Patel in office, and they said their apprehension has increased significantly.
It's like a joke you would see on a comedy skit. Stephen with a V.
I mean, he found that Indian lady that killed her kid.
It's just blended in.
He's done some significant stuff, but I guess he's had a lot of controversy too.
We are just underway here in the fourth.
I mean, considering the situation, you're Stephen with a V. You got 3 cop cars sitting behind you with their lights on, sitting there like a total douchebag, and you get Stephen with a Stephen with a V.
Trump. Democrats were not the only ones who were leery of Patel, who had a record of embracing far-fetched conspiracy theories, including the notion that the FBI and its informants had helped instigate the sabotaging magazine.
Get faster, crispier results at home or on the go with legendary Ninja air frying power. Prep, cook, serve, and store in
Officials said that
non-toxic
Patel has
crisp glassware.
had a regular presence at the FBI headquarters and field offices, and that he has compounded the agency's existing bureaucratic bottleneck. Several current and former officials told me that Patel is often away from unreachable, delaying time sensitive decisions needed to advance investigations. On several occasions, officials resulted in normally unflappable
I want one of those Ninja Crispy air fryers. Actually, the air fryer that I had gotten at Kohl's, that we've had for, my gosh, 7 years, we had that thing. Loved it.
on social media, for instance,
Just
FBI
put a
has
shit to
discovered
bed.
that obtain the person of interest.
Yeah, we need a new one, and that looks
person was
awesome.
well, agents continue to kill it.
This is more of the pace that we
And
saw at
after
the start
that,
of the game. What's the pace Atlanta wants?
Oh, that thing is so cool.
Patel's drinking is no secret.
$134.
While on office travel to Italy in February, he was filmed chugging beer.
Target Awesome. What's that? Oh, that's a different one now.
The incident prompted the president, who does not drink, and his brother died.
So what's the difference? Those are 50.
To call FBI director to convey his unhappiness. Officials told me that Patel's alcohol use was far beyond a case of beer. FBI officials and other administration privately questioned whether alcohol played a role. In the instances, shared inaccurate information about active law enforcement investigations, including following the murder of Charlie Kirk. There's a video. Oh, there's a thing with the Jewish party.
You have to order it online to get that thing.
Hey, man, go hard. Yeah. I mean, what's wrong with this, right? Isn't it just...
That is so cool.
I mean, I guess because he's the director. I mean, it turns up. So they were upset about that. They say, oh, was this the time he was like gonna wake up though or something?
Kept alive, controlled by Atlanta. Push. Johnson flips it over. Alexander Walker. Yes, out of three.
The Olympic hockey team chugging beer with the men's Olympic
Have you heard about this prediction marketing, Kalshi?
Who cares if he drank fucking beer when they won the gold medal? Why is that a thing?
What about UFO sightings?
I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I understand on the job or if he's having all these other problems, but like a celebratory, they won a gold medal?
No, it's not unbelievable.
Alright. What else? Okay, so many of the people who spoke with me said that they have great to reveal their concern about Patel's public release through traditional whistleblower account because he is aggressive and tracking down on anyone he deems sufficiently loyal. At Patel's direction, the FBI employs a polygraph in an effort to identify leakers. You got to though. You got to identify the leakers and the snitches. Yeah, we polygraph them.
Takes it in for two.
One former official told me that Bureau employees have been asked in these sessions what opinions about Patel's perceived enemy, as well as whether they have ever said anything disparaging about the director. That's over the top. Or the president. That's a little too much. But I guess if you gotta find the leakers on some North Korea shit,
And so much has been said
Patel
about
has
the
held
talent and
onto his
chemistry
job
of this
because of
starting
his
five. All
commitment to
five
using
in
the federal
double figures.
government
How
to
do you
target
feel like that was
political
on
and
display
personal
tonight?
adversaries of the president.
Team win, pretty win too.
In his 2023 book, Government Gangsters, Patel designated a list of government officials past the president that he alleged corrupted his loyal. In an interview that he, in an interview that year,
Certainly for
on
you,
Steve
25
Bannon's
points, but
podcast,
you really
Patel
turned it
said
on
he
in the second
planned
half on
to
both
come
ends. And we really saw that
after members
emotion
of
out
the
of you. What was
media
working so well
for
in
the
that second
2020
half?
election coverage with criminal
I ain't
and
gonna
civil
lie, I was just
charges.
rusty. It's like 12 days.
Patel has led a purge of people who he believes are anti-Trump conspirators or enemies of the FBI. This has included firing people, opening internal investigations, and pressuring agents to quit when they push back or perceive to have pushed back against Patel's demands or question their legality.
And, you know, they call game one a feel-out game.
Some of the FBI are concerned that Patel's behavior has left the country more vulnerable. One former senior intelligence official told me that there is a lack of experience at the FBI
Hey,
headquarters
Kat, if this doesn't say
and
playoff
that the
basketball, I
turnover
don't
rate
know what does.
is high in the field offices because both voluntary departures and Patel ordered purges. The result is an FBI workforce being asked to accomplish more with fewer resources.
Life doesn't wait.
That was much more
Believe can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. Whether it's a long day on your feet,
Days before United States launched the war with Iran, Hellfire members of counterintelligence squad that was devoted in part to Iran. The director said in testimony before Congress that the agent had been let go because The work
and I'm
investigating
25
handling
weeks
of classified
pregnant,
documents had placed
and I
him in a
wasn't able to
violation
record
of the Bureau's
anything
ethics
without
rules.
weeping the whole time until this week, apparently.
Well, like Tony Montana, I don't know.
And it stresses out my whole family to talk about it online, and there's no.
No, man, Alan, be careful. He comes for you in the
Except
chat.
that because we're public,
I heard
and
about
in
the jet.
particular, it's also stressful not talking
wait,
about it
the
because
drive
then
is-
rumors get
Nah,
started,
man.
and then
I heard
that's
about
what
the jet
people
thing,
wonder
but
about.
I don't think he can't
So,
fly like regular, right? He has to fly private government planes and stuff.
Dad's been suffering from an
The
old
concert,
neurological
the concert.
injury that's more recently been causing akathisia.
Was that it?
Akathisia is the worst thing I've ever seen anyone go through. That sounds
Mattel has
dramatic,
publicly
but
proclaimed
it's
that
true.
the FBI needs
We
to
talked about it
demonstrate
in
that
2020 and
it fears.
2021.
Officials I
We
spoke with
experienced
said
it
that
after
he is
Unazimate
fixated
happened to him.
on that image in
And
private
I'll
as well.
explain why it's an
He
injury
recently
in a bit.
expressed frustration
I had a
with the
very
look
brief
of the
experience
FBI
with
merchandise,
Akathisia with
complaining
symptoms
that
that were
it isn't intimidating
extremely
enough.
horrifying,
Officials have grown
but not as severe as
accustomed to
his
such
when I
behavior,
went to
and they
antidepressant
have
withdrawal from
learned to
Lexapro.
roll their eyes at it. But
That
that
was just
said,
over
the
10 years
absurdity
ago.
of masks,
And that experience, like the
real
withdrawal
concerns
period
about
that was really
Mattel's
severe,
leadership
lasted 2.5 years
has
for me,
meant
where I
that
was
an
really
institution that the
disabled.
country
This
relies
was kind
on
of
for
before I had a
national
public
Okay.
thing going on. That's when I just had a blog.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of interesting.
About everything I'm going to talk
He
about,
says he's going to
so that
sue.
people
I
watching
believe he's
can
going to
get
sue.
scientific background information about what this is.
I mean,
Because it's not talked
I had
about
heard
nearly
rumors
enough
that
for
he
how
was going to be canned. I didn't know if it was true or not.
In my opinion, psych med injuries
And I don't know for what reason.
and psych meds as a whole should be considered a national emergency.
Atlantic
Given
Sarah
1 in 6
Fitzpatrick.
Americans
First
are
of all, Sarah, I'm so grateful you could be here because we saw this story and we reached out. We were like, can you come talk to us about it? And here you are. I want to talk to you about all the details of this bombshell report. I just skimmed the story.
Right, so it's to the point now, how many years gone by, and it's interesting, different, people and characters, associated to different things, but anyways, that's besides the point, I guess. So she's talking about psychiatric medication injuries that her father, Jordan Peterson, has been experiencing, who we've listened to and known of for years. It's really sad when you look back what's been ignored and focused on, just on a human level,
I answered your questions and you didn't like my answers. That's the fact. Okay. When you first came up to me and I asked you what is the stop, I don't have to explain it to you, okay? And I did. I still did. No, you didn't. I did. I told you why I stopped you. And then you didn't like my answer and you said that was.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in class that seem to have a lot to say when it comes to that stuff, who have, been concerned with different people in those power seats, spokespeople, those who may become too aware. But yeah, when you look back at the history, I can remember him. He was, working as a professor at the college and talking about getting attacked by the woke mobs and trying to get him to say things that were off color. And I was really sad. I remember myself and others in class. Just the situation and listening to him talk, we were all in tears. And then too, brought to tears again, just listening to his care for others, going through what he was going through, but still having his focus on trying to bring awareness. Didn't he have himself put in like a medically induced coma for 3 months or something because he was so stressed or something? I'm not really sure. I shouldn't really speak on things I don't know too well, but I think that's kind of in the general ballpark of how that went.
Somebody else has it. I haven't talked to them yet. I don't know your name. My name's Nick. I'd like to know yours.
Yeah, and then he started the all meat thing.
Tell me your name or not. Bro, you guys have my license?
But yeah, so anyways, what others in class are kind of focusing on here is that it's sad to see his daughter speaking out about his injuries with psychiatric medications when we have a lot of adults dealing with injuries from psychiatric medications.
In the vehicle. Nothing, thank God, because I don't know, it's not his, so I was nervous.
Yeah, a lot of people get lawsuits and stuff for that. Some purposely, get them prescribed with intentions of claiming injuries, which is very easy to do. Yeah, the same kind of Make-A-Wish people we were talking about earlier in that line of business operations.
Alright, so, real quick, take the glove off.
But yeah, it is sad when you have so many people that have been trying to bring awareness to the overprescribing of those things to children. And that is getting completely ignored, and they continue to promote it, and we're listening to people talk about their parents with psychiatric medication injuries. Wow. So yeah, I'm not sure. We'll just leave it at that. You take it as you will. Wow, I don't know.
The first charge was resisting an officer without violence, which simply means he refused lawful commands from police, in this case not complying when officers ordered him out the vehicle.
They smoke the weed in their cheeks and they blow it back out, so they don't actually inhale the shit.
In Florida, this doesn't
Did he really chug the beer?
Time, and it's that pattern which is giving everyone pause. These are not one-off events. One of this, I just read this story, but we have to come back to it because the excerpt I just read, just to remind people, a request for breaching equipment normally used by SWAT and hostage rescue teams to quickly gain entry into buildings was made last year because Patel had been unreachable behind locked doors, according to multiple people familiar with this request. I find that, I mean, I've traveled with 2 presidents, I've worked in the government, I've worked in the State Department. Shocking. Really, people should feel shocked by that. This is not a 22-year-old who's irresponsible, who's on a trip and should be behaving better. This is the FBI director. Can you tell us more just about that scene, or paint it for people who have not yet read your story?
I think the really most important thing here is that most national security officials at this caliber, or even several layers below, those types of people sleep with their phones on their chest. They are so concerned.
Yes, I don't know if that's really good for your health.
Because they need to be reachable.
I'm sure it's just a phrase you're saying.
Because there are life or death decisions that have to be made.
Hey, I gotta sleep too. What the fuck? I'm not allowed to sleep. I have this thing on my chest.
Quickly, there may be threats.
No, I get it. When you're that kind of job and stuff, I'm sure it's like a 24/7 type of on-call.
Which they need to be moved quickly. And so this timing aspect, the ability to reach that person quickly and make sure that they are responsive. I think this is a request that was not made lightly. And I think that the fact that it was made and that it was well known, I think because of that level of concern, really tells you about the kind of larger picture here. And look, you have the FBI is, you and I both know so many people that have given their lives to this organization. This is a place
Are still giving their lives, to be clear, to still in there.
Yes, and the threats have never been higher. The risks have never been higher. So you have a group of people that have totally, like, the biggest fear would be that something could happen to this person. And I think they take that responsibility incredibly seriously. But
Alright, well, yeah, I just kind of wanted to touch on that a bit. I thought it was kind of interesting. I saw it trending a little bit. I figured I'd just jump on a little bit tonight to kind of, I guess, try to explain what's going on.
46 to 20.
A lot of people are talking about it.
Most likely. She's CPR certified, so I'm just going to let her keep going. They saw a car taken off that way.
I mean, and they're supposedly standing by the report. Now, the clip that's going viral is
the other witnesses we got to talk to. If they're showcasing. They're saying they heard these 2 victims. Who else do we need to talk to?
I guess that's the only video they have. So they're going viral everywhere on X.
I know this is hard, man. You gotta tell me what you know, okay? You gotta talk to me. It was right there. Where was it? Did they shoot out of the vehicle? Yeah, they shot out the car. Did they shoot from the driver's side? The driver. Can you tell me what the driver looked like? Black male. He had like a t-shirt on, I think. What color?
That's pretty crazy.
They're showcasing him to stand by. 2 black males.
I guess we'll see how it plays out in the report. I don't know again how that whole thing about, like, okay, they have sources, 9 sources. And those people are worried about their, you know, identity and anonymity. But then when it comes to this, the very serious accusations, what do you do? How do you protect them? But also, you have to, I don't know, you keep it sealed or something?
You were with Paris when this happened? Yes. Why were you guys walking up here? Did you know they were coming here?
Yeah, beef and
They had beef. It was like walking up, like saying what's up, and he just started shooting. So you said that you knew they were coming here. How did you guys know? How were you communicating with them? A friend told them that they were spinning the block. A friend? Who was that? Jackson. Jackson Ross.
Notably, the officer appears to know Jackson's last name without this suspect mentioning it. This is almost certainly due to Jackson's criminal reputation. At 20 years old, he has convictions
Now,
for
today we're going to be
second-degree
looking
aiding
at a
and
new
abetting
paper
burglary,
which
disorderly conduct,
shows
first-degree
very
aggravated
promising
robbery,
results
offensive
for
violence,
ivermectin and mebendazole being used together in the treatment of a wide variety of cancers. Now, this is the paper here. Real-world clinical outcomes of ivermectin and mebendazole in cancer patients result from a prospective observational cohort. So in other words, this was a group looking forward. People joining the group and then data being collected prospectively as the trial goes along. And it's written as a full paper here. We have the abstract. It's not yet been subject to full peer review, but I'm bringing it to you because it's really very interesting. And the lead author is Nick Hushler, who is actually a friend of the channel. So the full paper is there. Now let me just give you the main points of this, and you can decide if you want to watch. So that's the reference for the paper, the clinical benefit ratio. Now the clinical benefit ratio is something used particularly in evaluating cancer treatments, and it means that there's a complete response or there's partial response or stability of the disease. It means it's a good outcome. Anyway, the good outcomes were 84% with a combination of ivermectin and mebendazole. Mebendazole, of course, is a very similar drug to fenbendazole. It's the human form, really. Mebendazole and ivermectin together, giving this good result of 84% in terms of clinical benefit ratio. So that's what this video is about. 84.4% of patients did well, which is incredible. So why isn't this being widely taken up? Well, we don't have the large-scale randomized controlled trials because they're largely done by pharmaceutical companies. Now, the paper does mention the fact that overall it is estimated that annual costs of standard chemotherapies average $111,000 per year. I guess that's about, what, £90,000? $111,000 per year. Now, the fact that the pharmaceutical companies are making so much money out of this may have nothing to do with the fact that they don't conduct the clinical trials into ivermectin and mebendazole. Who knows? But they're facts given in the paper anyway. Now, let's look at some of the details now, because it really is quite an interesting study. So, drug repurposing offers a pathway to identify accessible. This is available to anyone. This is egalitarian. Low toxicity, low cost cancer therapies. Now, the paper says that this therapy should cost $1,000 or $2 a year, as opposed to $111,000 per year for traditional chemotherapy. I'm sure I could do it for a lot less than that, one heck of a lot less than that. These drugs are generic, they're remarkably cheap. Before Romania joined the European Union, I used to buy a lot of mebendazole and send it to friends and colleagues in Romania for treating worm infections, parasitic infections. And at that time, okay, it's a while back, but I was paying £2.30 per 1,000 doses. That's probably the equivalent of £6 or £7, $10 per 1,000 doses. So these drugs are remarkably inexpensive, remarkably cheap, and have got the potential to, as we'll see, treat these wide variety of cancers. Now, ivermectin and mebendazole have demonstrated multiple target anti-cancer activities. They work in many different ways. I do see quite a few papers by, what do you call them, fact checkers, who say cancer is not a parasitic disease, ivermectin, mebendazole, fenbendazole can't work. Well, this paper is aware of that, we're aware of that. They are not working by killing parasites, they have multiple other biochemical modes of action, and the details of those are coming. So we know that they work in a wide variety of ways in the cells and tissues of the body. This paper evaluates real-world patient-reported outcomes, safety and adherence to a cohort of cancer patients utilising the combination protocol. And the combination was ivermectin 25 milligrams, mebendazole, ivermectin 25 milligrams, mebendazole 250 milligrams a day for 90 days. That was this particular protocol. We're not giving medical advice, just reporting what this protocol was. The methods, so it's prospective observational cohort study, 197 cancer patients, so it's a reasonable number. They were prescribed ivermectin and mebendazole off-label, so this is not official sort of nice guideline stuff, it's off-label, what you might call compassionate prescribing, through telemedicine by registered US providers. Participants received compounded oral capsules, so it was altogether in one, 25 milligrams of ivermectin, 250 milligrams of mebendazole.
Yes, thank you for asking. So that's something we've tried to bring awareness to over the years, not to do anything with, just to bring awareness to and how those things are being done. And again, we're concerned about the children being fucked and tortured by these punks and bringing awareness to the criminal networks. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, so yeah, criminal gangs and unauthorized actors. We have people in class that have been investigating those things in correlation to other investigations. So they're like, yeah, oh wow, all that makes total sense. Who's crazy? Yeah, the fucking psychos around us that are protecting these punks. Anyways. So yeah, criminal gangs and unauthorized actors are increasingly considered a threat to individuals with brain-computer interface implants, which a lot in the 90s, the late 90s, that were done for people with disabilities, a lot of different reasons. Again, the early tracking systems with a lot of criminals, or people, I mean, I wouldn't say criminals, but I guess technically. Very misbehaved, yes. Right, so this is just funny but not, right? When you consider a lot of the things, it's really cool and fun to learn about and amazing. And it should be something we're learning about, and it's sad and scary how that gets ignored, and just like other things. People just try to educate themselves in these little insider private groups, and they pay big money for some reason. I don't know, it's fucking stupid to a lot of us. Especially those out here that are like, hello? You want to help the fucking kids? Hostages, Hamas? When you understand the connections here and who makes the BCIs and different things like that, and who's been investing in those things. Yeah, and then they promote their fucking drugs and Botox and bullshit and ignore a lot of things. And then they get all the kids having a free-for-all with the investigations and funding. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Anyways, I really hope the proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine do what they can to help our children. So yes, criminal gangs and unauthorized actors are increasingly considered to be a threat to individuals with brain-computer interfaces known as BCIs. Their brain-computer interface implants. And other things too, right? Yeah, they don't all go into the brain when it comes to a lot of the other signaling devices, tracking, stuff like that. With potential risks ranging from data theft to malicious manipulation of the neural signals. While early BCI research began in the 1970s and early human trials started in the 90s, modern cybersecurity experts warn that any device, including older implants with wireless capabilities, may be vulnerable to brain jacking. Threats and tactics used by criminals. Criminals can use several methods to target BCI users, specifically targeting those with invasive neuromodulation devices like deep brain stimulation, known as DBS implants, deep brain stimulation implants. Brain jacking, unauthorized access to an implant, allowing hackers to change settings, turn devices off, or control the stimulation parameters. Right, and then when you see how they've had a lot of people around here, especially the fucking stupid, sick, thick-headed monkeys and pieces of fucking shit that want to continue to ignore these things, and how they get them involved with the antagonistic things, you know, from the little minor things that we talk about to the big things, right? And so then other people ignore it like, oh, they're just complaining about hot dogs, right? Okay. Right, hopefully people are waking the fuck up, and the proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine help our children in the hands of these sick fucking punk-ass, nasty fucking pieces of shit. Right, so anyways, information theft and eavesdropping, stealing brain data to infer personal information such as emotions, preferences, or sensitive memories. Malicious manipulation, forcing in, I think a lot of them are shocked. The ones that actually, a lot of the ones that give them the capability to do that are hoping they don't. And that they speak the fuck up. And when they play along with it and they go along with it to their own fucking children and other people around them, it's fucking nasty and disgusting and disturbing. And when they also protect drug traffickers and other fucking bullshit, using our children as shields, telling their fucking glory stories. I'd get the fuck out of here. I'd pack your shit and get the fuck out. 1, 2, 3. I'd sell your businesses and get the fuck out of here with what you've been doing here in Augusta, Maine. Just a friendly suggestion. No threats. We don't even expect him to smack the sick motherfucker on the wrist who's been fucking our kids. We expect people to speak the fuck up and bring awareness, clarity, and understanding. And knock it the fuck off. Yeah, but you know, you can't really expect people to do the right thing. Yeah, wow. Anyways. Malicious manipulation, forcing involuntary actions, or altering impulse control, emotions, or effect. Ransomware. Threat actors could potentially lock a user's BCI device, holding the device's functionality hostage for extortion. Target versus blind attacks. Attacks can be blind, draining batteries or including tissue damage without knowing the user, or targeted, altering emotions or inducing pain. Inducing tissue damage. Yeah, when you look at too some of the Make-A-Wish stuff, but never mind, you know what, yeah, exactly. Let's see. Yeah, it gets really sick and demented, and when you can directly connect a lot of those horrible cases that they then get money for, you poor things, going through all that treatment. Aww. Right, it gets really disturbing, actually, when you start getting into some of these cases. I'm telling you, it just boils within us. Over the years, some of the things we've experienced and seen. A lot of the people that we work with and deal with in our different classes that have retired or still work in those fields. It's just so sad that so many are blind to it, or try to use it to some kind of secret manipulative advantage. And then they justify it with, well, it was top secret investigation. I was under contract. I lose my job. I sworn to secrecy. It's so fucking stupid. Yeah, anyways, targeting of vulnerable populations. Concerns have been raised regarding the potential for criminal organizations to exploit these technologies to target individuals for extortion or control. So all of these things have already happened and have been happening. Get over it. I don't know, or do something about it. I don't know. What are you going to do? Stomp your feet? Hopefully the proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine wake the fuck up and they help bring awareness and understanding to what we've been talking about with our vaccine-injured children who were vaccinated behind our back in 2013. The sick fucking abuser next door, Michael Scott Garand, was born 6/22/1984, and my name is Mary. And what we've been through over the years and the people that we've dealt with should help you to understand what the fuck is going on here. The private investigator in 2009 who was trying to tell them, and the sick fucking pieces of shit that have moved to Florida, Texas, California, New York, connected to a lot of these networks where we're seeing a lot of horrific murders and suicides, assassinations, strange, really strange deaths and behaviors. So anyways, if you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, or any idea as to how we can get people to wake the fuck up and come out of their make-believe worlds and pull their heads out of their asses and stop licking each other's assholes and cutting each other's throats. I know. And just the hate and the reports they've been making over the years should show you. We really don't have to tell you what pieces of shit they are, but we do because we get kudos for it. They're fucking nasty pieces of shit, and I hope they die at a bottomless pit. Oh yeah, all the way. It's a Jacksepticeye song. Anyways, much love, health, and peace to you. You're welcome. We're right here. If you have any other questions, comments, concerns, suggestions as to how we can bring awareness to these things without breaking the law. I know, and look at all the laws they're breaking, trying to shut us up and teach us a lesson. Fucking nasty pieces of shit. Now we're going to bow our heads and pray. Father, Mother, God. Amen. All right. Take care now.